Hello. Hello again. I'm Teacher Oakley, and you are at Verbling. Hello, and I'm going to kind of continue the last lesson with a lot more practice. Do a little phrasal verb identification. Yes, I did mispronounce that. You're correct. It's identification. And see how many we can come up with here. And we're going to identify phrasal verbs in a piece of writing. And I'm just going to do a screen share. We're going to identify the phrasal verbs. Where are they? What are they? And then talk about the meanings. Hello, Igor.
Hi.
Hi. So we're going to zip through this exercise, identifying the phrasal verbs, defining them, talking about alternate meanings. And once we do this, maybe we'll do a little discussion. So you and me should be able to zip through this, Igor. Okay, come on and join Igor and I. We're going to look at this together. Unfortunately, I had some technical difficulties when I was trying to download this, so I'm going to have to screen share it. We're going to have to do it that way. Let's just jump right in this. Hang on while I pull this up. Okay. Here we go. All right, Igor?
Yeah.
Go ahead and read for me the first sentence.
I was brought up in a small town in the countryside.
Okay, what is the phrasal verb here?
Brought up?
Very good. And what does it mean?
That by the parents, your parents raise you.
Raised, very good. The word could be raised. You were raised in a small town in the countryside. Where were you raised?
Yeah. Sorry?
Where were you raised? Where were you brought up?
Here in my country.
Yeah, okay. But, for example, with raised or brought up, we can use them different ways, actually. For example, I can say where I was raised. I was brought up in Vermont in the United States. I can say I was brought up on a farm, okay, to show exactly where or what sort of conditions I was raised in. I can say I was brought up by nuns in a convent, which is not
Where?
true.
In a convent, you said?
In a convent. It's not true.
Why? What is that? What is that?
A convent?
Yeah.
That's where the nuns live. You know nuns, right?
Who is nuns?
Nuns, N-U-N. The Catholic nuns, they wear the women, they wear the black clothes and the thing on their head.
So
yeah.
Where you was where you were brought up?
I
by
said
nuns
by the nuns in a convent. It's not true. I was brought up by wolves.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. It's not true. I was raised by cactus in the desert. No, it's not true. Okay. I'm just demonstrating, all right? I can use brought up different ways. I
But
can say...
You were brought up near the forest?
This is true, yes, actually.
Because I know that Vermont, it's as a Tennessee, some states like a countryside there.
Oh, yeah.
Not big cities like New York or California. There's something with forests, many trees, and
Yeah.
ranchos, something like that.
Yes, you're right. And it was mountains and forests and countryside where I was brought up. Yes, most definitely. And when I first started talking about it, I said I was brought up on a farm. Yeah, I was. We had a small farm when I was young. We had pigs, a cow, chickens.
Horses.
We did have a horse on and off. Yeah. We had a fish pond. My dad raised bees, actually. Really.
For honey purposes?
For honey, yeah. Exactly. True story. That is true. It was exciting. I hated it because I had to wake up when I was very young, 8, 9, 10 years old. I had to go feed the animals at freaking 5 in the morning. And you know I'm not a morning person. So I did not enjoy that aspect of my young life.
People from Vermont most vote for Republicans, yeah? Or for Democrats?
Actually, Vermont is one of the few states where we actually have independence. Our congressman is actually a socialist. Believe it or not, the only one in Congress is from Vermont.
No, but I mean that's for Republicans when the president elections, for example.
Usually Democratic.
Democratic? Vermont.
Yeah, usually Democrat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And going back to brought up, I can say I was brought up on cornbread and beans. I can talk about the food that I was fed when I was young. So I can use this in a lot of different ways. Okay? Yuri. Hi, Yuri.
Howdy.
Howdy. I like that. Howdy. Howdy, partner. Yuri, are you a cowboy?
No, but you said you from farm. I thought it was.
Okay. That's funny. Good one. Good one, man. Yeah, but most of the howdy cowboys are in the far west. I was on the east coast. Yuri, where were you brought up?
I'm from Ukraine. As you can see, you today stick with two Russians.
Yeah, okay.
At that moment.
You could have said that more enthusiastically, you know. I'm from the Ukraine.
Oh yeah, I'm from Ukraine.
Thank you. That's better. I just realized something.
More exciting. More exciting.
Yeah, I like the intonation on that one. Guys, give me 2 seconds. I realize I have my air conditioner cranking and my door's wide open, so I'm just burning money. 2 seconds.
Take your time, please.
Okay. There. That's better.
That's it?
Yeah, the door's right there, and I didn't even have to remove the headset. That's it. Okay, all right. We can do more discussion as we do this. All right, because we're talking about growing up in the countryside here. This is a story about growing up in the countryside. All right, we're identifying, Yuri, just so you know, and you're with us here. We're identifying phrasal verbs, which are usually simple verbs and a preposition. Okay, so taking it from here, can you read this sentence? Can you see the screen, Yuri?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Growing up in the countryside offered lots of advantages for young people.
Okay.
The only problem was that...
Okay, stop there. We're going to go one sentence at a time. What is the phrasal verb in this sentence?
Growing up?
Growing up. You're absolutely right. To grow up.
Can I ask why here it's written countryside offered lots but not a lot? What is the difference? A lots and lots?
A lots.
A lot. Well, okay. We can say, you could say a lot of advantages or lots, either one. You cannot say a lots. That doesn't
Okay.
exist because a, of course, means one of something.
Okay.
But either one would work here, actually.
Okay.
Okay. Growing up, by the way, related. Okay, I think you know what growing up means. You know, you become larger. Growing up has a noun form, a little different, which I'm not sure if you guys know or not. Have you ever heard of the expression "a grown-up"?
Mm,
No.
You guys? No?
Grow up.
Grown up. A grown-up. It's a noun, a grown-up. This is kind of a weird thing. Maybe you guys aren't familiar with this. In English, there are some words which are actually kind of reserved for children. Okay? A grown-up is an adult, but an adult doesn't ever use that word. We just say adult. He's an adult. I would feel very childish and silly to say he's a grown-up. Maybe if I'm going to be very sarcastic, I could say, of course he can do it. He's a grown-up, but it's kind of sarcastic. Normally I'd say an adult. Children don't really ever use the word adult. You have a family dinner and all the adults sit together and the children sit together. We say they're at the kids' table and that's the grown-ups table. Kind of funny. Do you have anything like that in where you guys are from?
Yeah.
Where
In
children
Russian, yes.
really? Where children have different kind of language? Really?
Grown up as noun have some kind of word in Russian.
Okay. And do children usually use that word, but not really adults?
No. It's kind of
Okay.
literal language.
Okay.
In
There's-
common conversation, we don't use this kind of word.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah, there's not many, but there's a few words that only children use. Kind of a strange thing. All right, let's continue. Looking at the next sentence. Whoops. Yes, that is correct. From here. Igor.
The only problem was that we often got into trouble as we made up stories that we acted out around town.
Holy smokes. There's a whole mess of phrasal verbs.
Yeah, one got into, second made up, and
Yes.
third acted out.
Bang, bang, bang. You got them all. Okay. Got into. You get into trouble. All right. That's entered trouble. Okay. How about made up? What is that, Igor? We made up a
To
story.
invent.
Invent. Very good. Exactly correct.
So
And-
how I can say, for example, I make up this story at the present moment. For example,
Present tense?
I will tell you some story. For example, about I was at the school. After that, I come home, and I will say after that, I make up this story. It's not true. Can I say?
Well, then you'd have to use past tense. I just made it up.
I made it up, but in I make up. We can use some.
Well, okay. I'm going to make up a story.
Okay,
Yeah.
and another.
I
Can
will
you say
make up a story. Okay, that's future tense. How would you say it present tense?
Yeah,
I'm-
if he exists,
I'm
I don't
making
know.
up-
I ask.
Yeah, I'm trying to think my way through this. I'm making it up as I go along. Which is an
So
expression.
we can say something like that. I'm making
Hey,
it
oh, yeah.
up story now.
Actually, that's an expression. He's making it up as he goes along. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But of course, that's present continuous. He is making, ing, gerund form, making it up. Which is common. Actually, that's a
But-
common phrase. I I think he's making it up.
There is verbs that can't have ing form, yes, in present continuous, and it's weird. So little teachers have to pay attention to this for this kind of verbs.
Yeah, for continuous?
Yes, that don't have ing forms.
Doesn't have ing? Like what?
Yeah. Like when verb doesn't have ing forms, it's
Gerund forms. What? I don't know any.
Love.
I'm trying to think of
I'm
a verb.
loving. I can't say loving now. Yes, I am loving. No.
Loving? Ah, loving.
This kind of verbs.
I am loving it. No, I can say that.
Yeah.
In
But
fact,
in the textbooks,
in fact, here in McDonald's, that's their motto. Loving it. Whatever. I am loving it is their motto. You see it all over. I am loving life. Well, I don't know. Perhaps you're right. I'm not absolutely 100% sure. Perhaps it's grammatically incorrect, but people use it.
It's not me. It's textbooks.
Yeah, I know.
I have seen it in textbooks.
I know, but grammar, I will tell you, there are many things that you will see in grammar textbooks, but spoken English, or for that matter, written, you may be 100% correct. I am not saying you're wrong. But I will tell you that native speakers, there are grammar rules that we just ignore completely. In fact, we don't even know they exist. In fact, what you're telling me right now, perhaps you're correct, but I am totally not kidding you. I am loving it is in the McDonald's. They paint it on the wall everywhere. All the cups have I am loving it on their, here in the Philippines.
I understand. That's why I hate textbooks.
That's why you hate textbooks? Me too. I'm with you. Dude, you don't
Can
even
we
know.
can we say if you wanting something, if you wanting?
Let me. I am wanting.
ing form.
Mhm,
If you
mhm.
wanting to be smart, for example, read more books.
It's kind of
Or if you
awkward.
wanting to
Yeah, it is.
succeed, if you
If
wanting
you
to
are
succeed.
wanting to succeed,
Yeah, if you are wanting to succeed.
I think so. He was wanting a wife. Yeah.
Oh.
I think so.
Possible?
It is a little weird, you know, because when we use this continuous form, it really strongly emphasizes the action or the verb itself. You know, when we use perfect tense, for example, he had wanted a wife. Okay, for 10 years before he met Lucy. Okay. He had wanted a wife. If I'm using perfect tense, I'm not emphasizing the verb. I'm emphasizing the result, which was that after this wanting ended, he met Lucy and got married. He had wanted a wife for 10 years. He was wanting a wife. It emphasizes that he wants something. He has longing and desire for a long time. So it shifts emphasis. So, many times we can use either form, perfect or continuous, but we change the tense depending on what we're really trying to stress. What is our message?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so yeah,
Here
you
in
can
chat,
say that.
here in chat, someone asked, I make up one story a day.
I make up one story a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, Alice. Yes, you can say that. Oh, good job. Thank you, Alice. Alice to the rescue. Good job. Yes, you can say that. Okay, there you go. Nice. Thanks. Okay, cool. All right. Made up. Okay, now, of course, Just, all right, makeup, you invent a story. But makeup is one of these phrasal verbs that have multiple meanings.
To
For
put your face
Yeah.
makeup. Makeup, yeah.
Yeah, cosmetics.
Yeah, cosmetics.
Yeah. Although in Asia, I have to tell you this. More discussion, Igor, since I know you love discussion. For some reason in Korea and Japan lately, male cosmetics has become very, very popular. I myself don't understand the very idea. I have never in my life used any kind of cosmetics. How about you, Igor? Have you ever used any male cosmetics?
Here in my country, it's very weird for men to use some kind of cosmetics because we do not need, I think, cosmetics to look as a woman. I think if you use cosmetics, you look as a woman, so it's not very pretty.
Women are very practical. They don't see at the face; they see at our wallets.
Yeah, good one. You're a funny guy. I like you.
It's true.
Yeah, I know. Sad, but true. Yeah, but okay.
Good.
In Asian country, in the Philippines too, as a matter of fact, menus that you see on TV, advertisements for moisturizer for your face, or they have skin whitener products. Asians, for some reason, strongly desire to have a whiter looking skin. Men and women, actually. Whatever, their idea of beauty, cultural idea of beauty or whatever. So men, there are definitely those products out there. I see advertisements on TV all the time. Things like moisturizer, skin whitener, I don't know, skin softener, I don't know. I don't use any. How about you, Yuri? You ever use any sort of products, beauty products? I don't know what to call them.
I do not use beauty products, but I do use the for nails pile. So when how it named calls?
I don't know.
You for nails.
For fingernails?
Yeah, fingernails to cut.
Yeah. To cut. You put stuff on them, like.
No. When you
like heat stick. Red.
When you sew them, sewing.
Cut.
Cut. And then do them smooth.
What do you mean, file? When you have that
file? Yeah, file. Maybe yeah. That's my yeah. Oh, that's it.
Ah, okay.
That's my well. Because when you with a woman and your nails have some sort of cut edges, it may be not so good. You understand?
Yes, I do. Actually, I'll be honest with you, Yuri. Before I came to the Philippines years ago, when I was in the United States, I never ever in my life had had a manicure. Okay? But in the Philippines, it's very common for men to get manicure and pedicure. Actually, your feet. Same thing. And it's really, really common, and it's actually really, really cheap to do it here. It costs like $1, and a woman will spend half an hour getting your nails perfect. It's kind of...
Oh, it's a pleasure.
I actually like it. Yeah, it's pleasant.
I like it too.
Yeah, it's not bad. Igor, you ever get a manicure or a pedicure? Have your nails done?
No.
You should
here in my country is crisis, so we do not have money to spend for something like that.
Yeah, well, I
spend my money on English lessons.
Like I said, it literally cost me $1 to get a full manicure and pedicure. crazy cheap.
Or you can buy one flail and do it yourself.
Yeah, you can do it
Yeah,
yourself.
all year.
All year. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Back to your sentence here. Hang on. Back to your sentence. Made up stories. Oh, I wanted to talk about made up or make up. It has other meanings, like cosmetics, and another one is if you have a big fight with your wife or your girlfriend, or for viewers, perhaps your boyfriend or your husband. If you have a big fight and then you get back together again, all right, you kiss and make up. Ooh, kiss and make up. That's a common phrase. You make up, it means that you forgive each other and you get back together and all that kind of wonderful, nice stuff.
And make out?
Make out and make out. And hopefully make out. Okay, right. Make out is when you kiss.
You showed us in
very
another
passionate.
lessons.
Yeah.
Another lesson.
Yeah.
You showed us.
Yeah, that's right. I did. Okay, we made up stories that we acted out around town. Okay, act out. Sometimes phrasal verbs are very simple. All right? Some phrasal verbs are very simple to understand because the verb really says it all. For example, we made up stories that we acted out around town. Obviously, that means that the kids in the story were like actors. They played out, they acted their stories. Very simple. Sometimes phrasal verbs are really easy, like clean up your room, clean up. It simply means to clean your room. All right? There's no really added extra meaning.
So, but if we say we acted around town, so that is
we acted. Nah, see, that doesn't.
without
Or made up stories that we acted around town. Nah, okay, yeah. See, I guess that's why you need the phrasal verb. That doesn't work. That we acted around town.
The meaning that all people see them when they acted, yeah? I acted out.
Yeah. Okay. I guess, you have the out, meaning that they're somewhere in public.
Yeah, in public. So
Yeah.
people.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess it does. But some others like clean up. I mean, clean up your room, clean your room. There's really no difference. Maybe stronger emphasis, perhaps. Okay, Yuri, can you read the next sentence?
Okay, yes. I can remember one adventure in particular. One day, as we were coming back from school, we came up with the brilliant idea to make out that we were pirates looking for treasure.
Arr. Okay, we have make out. Okay. Okay, what are the phrasal verbs here?
I'm trying to see it in my docs that I have opened from links, but I don't see.
Yeah, I don't even know if I.
Yeah, I can remember one. Coming back.
Yes.
Came up.
Yes.
Coming back, came up.
And then
came up, make out.
Make out.
Looking for.
Look for. Oh, well, lots and lots. Okay, well, as we were coming back, I think that's quite easy to figure out. Returning. It's quite literal. All right. Come back just means to return. Sometimes, what do you think it means if I say, wait, it's coming back to me?
You remember?
Thank you. Quite simple. Yes, you're right. So sometimes it means to remember. All right, we came up with a brilliant idea. What do you think that means, Yuri?
You invented a brilliant idea. It's simple.
Yeah, all right. Simple. You come up with an idea. you come up with an idea, you come up with a solution, you come up with, it's going to be always something like that. The brilliant idea.
Teacher, I'm sorry. Can I say one word?
Yeah.
Here is the thing. I think no one explanation can't really take a full meaning of the verbs, especially phrasal verbs. I think it's only a matter of time when you're using and you meeting in the conversations in text, and then with time you can it fully more or less understand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
that's the only way.
Well, yes, no. I personally agree with that because personally I learn vocabulary through context. Meaning I read, I see a new word, I try to figure it out based on the story or the other words around it.
It's funny, when I started to learn English, it was very hard to understand it. We are kind of annoyed, do not understand meaning. But when one point in your learning, after that it's easy. You have fun to understand verbs. Not now, maybe later. You meeting in, and then you understand.